Alright, this is the Zwift Games, which was at 2:15 on the 6th of the 3rd, stage 3. It's on the Cobble Crown, racing in the Cat Sea, and it's the higher range for me, which is 273.90. I'm in the pens, racing in this one to try and get dragged around a little bit and get a better time. Things have been going alright lately. I think I've gone up a little bit power wise, watts per kilo. So general plan is to sit in when I can and give it some on the climbs, see where we get to. Didn't see how many was in, but I'll tell you in a minute. You'll probably see yourself. So you've got the mini map on the top right hand corner, and then the list of riders below that. There is 53, although I have a feeling there's a few less started or some dropped out. Now I've got my power figures on the left hand side, and I've got average watts per kilo underneath, which is kind of what I go off. You can see how much watts per kilo you're putting out, and off we go. Just basically sitting as best I can. It was a quick start, this one, it normally is, and I'm expecting it to blow apart on the first climb, which we are just about to get to. These cobbled ones are quite, well, I don't think they're cobbled all of them, but the climbs are quite steep, but the little sprints, so you can get up them if you keep your power right. So I'm still lying in 6th position here. Everybody's popping the feathers. On the Zwift Games you only get one power up, and you get it as you leave the pen, and you only get it once. So if you pop your power up, it's gone, and you're not getting another one. I'm normally ending a race about 2.4, 2.5 watts per kilo. So anything above that, I start to struggle if it's not too long. So we're up here, and it has sort of separated a little bit, or it's strung out, and then we're onto a downhill. My heart rate was quite high at the moment, and I'm just sort of sitting on to the back of the group as best I can. You can see the group has gone. There's another group ahead of us here, so we've got a few people around us. I'll probably butcher the names, and this is the second little kicker of a climb, which is quite steep. Again, there'll be a lot more of see 18% there. A bit glitchy the video, but I'm having to make a big effort. We're getting on the back of the people ahead, and my heart rate's up to 141. So it's a bit difficult. It flattens out a bit now, and it will be as easy to say, "Well, just put your foot down," but it's another thing to do it, and I can't do it. So I'm sitting in as best I can, and I'm just trying to catch up to these. Anybody I can sit on, I'm gonna see. I'm doing 2.1. Other people, that lad in front of me is doing 3 plus, so I'm right to sit with him. And you can see by the mini map there is a group gone ahead. I was hoping to finish halfway up's pretty good in this category for me, but there's a lot less people in this one than there is in the sort of Monday, Tuesday night ones. So as we come around the top corner here, go under the banner, and there'll be a bit of a descent. So I'm just thinking we'll get hold of this A, Tex and C, Watson, and then I'll sort of work with them if I can. So normally you think, oh, my race is over, but we're going for the fastest time we can. So it's sitting on them, try and get a super tuck down here. I don't think I managed it. And now we'll sit in. She's obviously gone up a level, whoever that was. One of the two of them. There's a little group ahead, so it's best to be in a bigger group. So I think everybody's got the same mentality to catch on to the ones ahead. And we manage that quite easy, and I'm quite down on the watts, so I haven't put anything. And then I'll just sit at the back of them. You can see the blue line at the top. That tells you how much draft you're doing, so it's quite comfortable to sit in the draft. They're well over 3 watts per kilo for some bits of this. And we can see on the mini map that the actual front group, there's only one group ahead of us, so we're in group 2. and we are now going to approach, I don't know what the climb is, but it's a bit less of a climb. It's not quite as steep, but it's longer, so it should come up after on this right hand bend, I think it is. You can see that it drops in at the top when you're going up and climbing, and somebody's gone across. I didn't see who it was, but somebody's made the jump. You can see them, they went across there, and that front group's going to slow down a bit on the climb. If you've got the power, it is easier to catch people on the climbs as long as they're backing off a bit. So this goes up in stages. I'm just looking now. So my average power so far is 2.75, which is at the high side for me. But I'm working quite hard. 143, that's high heart rate for me. And this, I'm trying to see his name. Endersby is ahead of me, and then the group catch back on. Again, I'll just sit on them if I can. I'm doing like 4 watts per kilo to keep with them, and see what's in it. And Atex are behind me, so there's a few quarters on the climb, I think. And you can see ahead that there's the other group, so we are like making an effort. They're 12 seconds ahead of our group, and we are stringing out a bit now. So my general plan is it flattens out now for quite a distance, as you can see on the bottom half of the map in the top right hand corner. So it's to get round here, and then we'll see if we can catch that front group, and I'll try and do as little as I can while we're trying to catch them. It doesn't really go to plan, but I'll comment on that when we get to it. So sometimes on Zwift, if the tighter bends, you can make a bit of an effort around the bend, and it slingshots you a little bit, so you can keep up. You've got to be careful to be mindful of that happening to you as well, and they'll get away from you. So Endersby, I think his name is, P. Walters, and me and somebody else, K. Kim, we're all together here. Again, I'm just sitting in trying to, I'll hold less watts than the people in this group. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with me, I think that's 6. We'll come around here, and this will it's genuinely flat, as you can see by the green segment that's moving along. It's generally flat, and every time at the side you can see that the neck end of the front group is 11 seconds away from us. So we're having a go, and then the people behind us are like 26-30 seconds behind. So I'm putting a bit of an effort in now to see if we can catch that front group, and we're already down to 6 seconds. I'm alright on the flat, as long as I'm feeling quite strong, and I was feeling alright today. So you can see what happens here. This lad who's with us, I'm just trying to see what his name is. That's Atex, and he's in the green shorts. He's almost on the back of them, and I'm almost on as well, but I'm gassed now. So it just shows you can almost get them. We almost get them, and then it'll fall away, and they'll go again here. So I'm hoping that a couple of people are going to do a bit of a pull, but they don't. And you can still see he's like bright green shorts ahead. And now look how far they have got away from him. He was almost touching the back of them. And now we're going to have to reform our group and try and go again. I think I seem to remember like 140 beats per minute for me, because I'm on some kind of blood pressure medication, slows us down a bit. That's me, sort of like, I'm gassed. You can see somebody's there saying somebody's doing 60 second rotations, but I think that's the group ahead of us, so they've kicked it again because they won't want to get caught by us. So we're on our way here. N. Dorman is the other lad that's next to me now in the red, yellow and green top. So I've had a bit of a rest. Heart rate's dropped back down, and I'm having another go. But I think when I've stood up, when I've gone for it, I feel dreadful. So I'm just sitting in and let somebody else do the pulling. There's a bit of chat on this one in the text at the side, which you can do. So I think N. Dorman, I think that's his name, he puts something on, it'll come up shortly. Like, we've got to catch them before the downhill bit, which is easy if you all pull, but not everybody's wanting to do that. So he's obviously quite strong because he goes again. So I think I might as well try and do turns with him if we can. And that seems to work all right. So I'm just above 3, and then people are sitting in and then giving it a little bit of a go themselves. And then we're under that one. And now there's going to be a downhill shortly. Somebody will put in the group, I think it's Endorm, and they put like, we need to catch them. So they are still hovering around 10, 11, 12 seconds ahead of us. And my doors are off, same here. So people are saying we're shattered. And then down this downhill I get the super tuck, and I'm just trying to get my heart rate down. Sometimes it super tucks and sometimes it doesn't. I think if you're in the group it doesn't. If you go off the front it does. And now we need to settle ourselves because there's this bit here where it goes out towards like a come back on yourself bit, and then it's the two steeper climbs. I think I've had the rest down there and I'm going to go for it. And somebody's saying you're almost there, just a bit more at the top, and that's the back of this group. So we're down to like 4 seconds again. They're waiting for us. I don't know them, but they probably clearly know one of the people in the group, which I think is the lad in the red, yellow and green top dorman. So we're on now, and so this is back with the front group, and I don't think anybody got off the front of these. So again, it's difficult to sit in and rest when they can put a quick pull in and go again. That's obviously there at the higher end of the group. I think it was 390, 290 or something like that, 390 I think, or 370, which would be the thing. And this must be the lad Dorman coming in. His first name must be Nick because he's got an N in front of it. So we're coming here now, and I know I'm just shattered, like, so we're halfway. I'm halfway up the field, which is more than I thought I'd do. And my goal really was just to catch that front group again. So I'm feeling all right. So I would be mid-pack in this, I think. And then we're coming up to this, which is quite a tough, punchy climb, which raises quite high. And it's hard from now. You're up on the climb. I kind of knew I was going to get dropped here, so I did what I could, which was as much as I could do. And that's the line for the climb, and then it goes up quite steep. And that must be the lad who I was riding with there. He's saying I'll see everybody at the finish line. But everybody must be feeling it. So, and you got 4.5 watts per kilo going up here from some of the lead people. Just depends on your weight, I think, as well. Clearly gone like, but 148 beats per minute. And then it's a bit tougher on this cobble bit, but we've done this quite a lot lately, this route. We did it in the ZRL as well. So it's one of them efforts where sometimes you can get it and sometimes you can't, and it raises up quite steep here. 19% it touches, and then you're already thinking, well, I've just got to get over this, and then there's another one coming. The other one's shorter, and you can get up it if you can stand up and get going. So as we come through here, I'm 24th. I'm thinking if I could finish 24th, I'd be well happy with that. I didn't get a PB up there, but I think all the chasing on I've done, I've blown my doors off or took my legs out. So I sit on the back of this lad here, which is he's from the original group that we were in, Enders B. So I sit on him, and then I know that coming around here I can give it quite a lot of watts per kilo and catch a few up, because people are struggling now, and it's one of them ones, once you sit down and you're done, you lose time hand over fist. So I'm 23rd, get over the top of there, and I'm thinking, right, there's one more climb, which is done as in before, where I've just gone far too hard on this one. I think it's a bit of a downhill now, so I'm sitting in and trying to get my heart rate back down. So I would like to finish 24th. or 23rd, but I think it all goes wrong on the climb. I don't know what it is with this climb. It's not as steep as the other ones, it's just longer, but it's happened before when I keep thinking that the end's on the left hand turn at the top, but it isn't, and it's only a slight drag up after that. But normally I'm just done, so I think he just steps on it here and leaves us. So it goes to the right and then it goes up. Yeah, and he just absolutely drops us, I think. So looking at my average watts on the top corner, 2.6 average, which for me is high. I struggle on Zwift Power. I mean, I don't struggle on Zwift Power, but anything above 2.6, that's my like maximum at the moment. So if I can, well, I have looked. I think I did 20-minute power was about 2.7, I think, for this, and my average was 2.6 for the full race. So I was more than happy with it. So it's just a controlled effort, and then this is the bit here, just going around this corner that we're approaching. You think you've done it. I think in my mind, because I've got starved of oxygen, I think the archway is just round here, and it clearly isn't. It's another go after then. So you got DE behind me, French lad, and I was just thinking, oh, as long as I can beat him. I mean, that Endersby now, he's 17 seconds ahead, so he's flown up there, which is really good crack, good going for him. And 24th out of 53 is above halfway, but I know that when I check the results, there's either a few dropped out or they just haven't continued, or some things, or they didn't start, one of the two. But I'm gonna take that, because that's above halfway for me, and you can only go on what you can see on the results there and then. So I was more than pleased with that. I started to do a few more rides outside, so my legs are coming and my weight's coming down a little bit. I'm 93 kilos, I think now, maybe somewhere around about that. So I'm trying to get about another 5 off. So over the line there and relax, and then it'll pop up. So 2.6 watts per kilo and finish 24th. I'm happy with that. Lovely. So I'll be posting some others when I do the next round, which is actually started today, because it took us a while to get this out. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, I think is what you say, if you can. Thank you. Bye.